What's up guys, Angelo Christmas here, back again with another video helping you lose weight. So for those of you that don't know me, I went from being the heaviest I'd ever been in my entire life to melting away my fat and getting a six-pack all within 1 year. So aside from that, let's get into today's video, and we're going to be talking about one thing you can start doing today that will ensure you lose weight. So let's get started. So what is that one thing that you could start doing today that's going to ensure you lose weight? Drum roll. It's simply to track your calories. Simple as that, guys. Now, before you click off this video, just stick around. I promise you it's going to be good, because I know a lot of people have a bad relationship with tracking calories, and we're going to dive into that further down the video. But for starters, I want to talk about how tracking calories has helped me throughout my weight loss journey. Now, when I started tracking calories, I didn't know how to do it, and if I think back to the times when I just started out, I would literally have a notepad open on my phone, and I would manually write down every single food that I would eat throughout the day, and I would Google the calories because I didn't know how to do it efficiently, which is pretty funny now that I think about it, because now it's just super easy, super quick, and I do it so efficiently. So yeah, it helped me tremendously throughout my weight loss journey, and I highly recommend it for anyone that wants to lose weight and is serious about losing their weight. So first of all, we're going to talk about the misconceptions about tracking your calories, because I know many of you guys watching this video, you think that it takes too long, or it's too difficult, or too complicated, and it's simply not worth it. But the truth is, most of those are not true. And I understand why you feel like that, because at first I also thought it was difficult. It was overwhelming, But once you learn how to do it, and once you start doing it consistently, it becomes super easy, super quick. Like, it's not as hard as people make it out to be. And if you're using that as a reason for you to hold back on your weight loss journey, I highly recommend you stop, because it all comes down to an excuse. If you think about it, guys, if your why is strong enough, the how doesn't matter. And what that means is basically you got to remind yourself why you want to lose weight in the first place. It's not simply about just wanting to weigh less. You got to dig deeper, especially if you're someone that finds it hard or challenging to stay consistent throughout your weight loss journey. Take some time to understand why you actually want to lose weight. Go deeper than just having a number that you want to get to on the scale. Figure out the core reason why you want to lose weight. And then once you get down to that reason, use that as a motivating factor to stay consistent throughout your journey. So for example, for me, it was to become the best version of myself, and basically to live up to my full potential, and to become as fit and healthy, as strong as possible. And I knew in order to do that, I had to lose weight. So that's what kept me going. It could be different for you. You may have kids, you may have a wife or husband that you want to make proud. So use them as your motivation if they are. So the misconceptions. Number one is it takes too long. This is not true, guys. When I track my food intake, it's super quick. Like within a minute or two, it's logged on my app and good to go. I know how much food I'm taking in, and I know how much food to eat, and so that helps me stay in a calorie deficit if I'm trying to lose weight, and prevents overeating. So it's not long, and for those of you that think it's too difficult, if you don't know how to do it, it's going to obviously seem too difficult, but once you learn how to do it, it becomes super easy. So now that that's out of the way, the misconceptions about tracking your food intake, don't use that as an excuse to slow you down from reaching your goals. Just try it out for a week or two, and you're going to realize that it's not as bad as you think. So next, we're going to talk about the benefits of tracking your calories. For starters, the main benefit is that you start to learn how much calories are in certain foods that you eat. For example, if you are someone that tends to eat healthy foods, you may not realize how much calories are in those types of healthy foods. For example, smoothies, nuts, avocados, those are all very calorie dense foods. So although you may be eating healthy foods that have a lot of nutritional value, they are very high in calories. So if your main goal is to lose weight, if you don't know how much calories are in those foods, you're gonna just start consuming those foods thinking that you're eating healthy. And what's gonna happen is that you're not gonna lose weight because those foods are so high in calories, your body's not gonna be in a calorie deficit and you're not gonna lose weight. So tracking your food intake allows you to understand how much calories are in the foods you normally eat, so that you know that if you had to stop tracking your calories, you already have a really good idea of how much calories are in a handful of nuts or is in one avocado. And that's going to help you from overeating, because that's the main reason that people are overweight, is because they eat more than their body needs. So tracking your calories is a good way to overcome that, right? And aside from understanding the calorie in foods, it gives you so much freedom to eat different sorts of foods while losing weight. Because if you're tracking your calories, guys, and you're in a calorie deficit, you're eating a certain amount of calories every day, as long as you're hitting your calorie goal and your protein goal as well, which is highly recommended, you can eat pretty much anything you want. So a lot of people think that you gotta stop eating chocolate, you gotta stop eating sweets, you gotta give up all these nice things like chips and cake and stuff like that. And yes, giving up those things, you will get good results, but it's not necessary, especially if you're tracking your calories. Because like I said, if you're tracking your calories correctly and accurately, and you're sticking to your calorie goal every day, it doesn't matter what you eat. You can still eat cake, you can still eat chocolate, you can still eat sweets, as long as you're not going over your calories, and you still will see results. So that's why tracking your calories is so powerful. And just that simple, just by you doing that, will ensure that you lose weight. Because it's literally logic, guys. In order for you to lose weight, you need to be in a calorie deficit. There's no way around that. It doesn't matter what kind of diet you're doing or exercise routine you're doing, none of that will work unless you're in a calorie deficit. So you might be on keto, for example, or carnivore or paleo or intermittent fasting, but all of those diets, all they do is help put you in a calorie deficit. It's not the diet itself that causes you to lose weight. It's you being in a calorie deficit. So the power of tracking your calories is that you know for certain you're actually in a calorie deficit, because you're taking control of the food you're putting into your body. You know how much you're eating every day. You know you can't eat more than X amount of calories, because if you do, you're going to start losing weight. So that's why tracking your calories is so powerful for you if you want to lose weight. It's literally one of the best things you can decide to do. And yes, it's going to require some effort. Like, I know you might feel like you don't want to weigh your banana when you're about to eat it, or you don't want to weigh a meal you make. You don't want to weigh out the food and log it in the app. But just by doing that, it allows you to have more freedom with what you eat and still see results on your weight loss journey. Alright, so next we're going to talk about how to track your calories. So it's someone watching this right now might understand the value in what I'm saying and how powerful it can be, but you may not know how to track your calories. So we're going to dive into that. So first things first, what you need to figure out is your total daily energy expenditure level. What that means is your total amount of calories that you burn throughout the day. So for example, for me personally, that's around 1,800 calories. That's how much my body burns a day. So to put it in very simple terms, guys, if I eat 1,800 calories every day, I will not gain weight, I will not lose weight, because that's how much my body burns. So I'll be eating at maintenance level. If I eat less than that, for example, 1,500 calories every day, then because I'm eating less than what my body needs, I'm going to lose weight. It's as simple as that, right? So once you figure out your TDEE level, now this number is going to vary based on your weight and your height. So what I've done for you guys is in the description, I've put a link in to a calculator that you can use for free to figure out what your TDEE level is. Once you have that number, you're going to subtract it by 300 to 500 calories. If you have a lot of weight to lose and you want to see quick results, I recommend subtracting 500 from that number, and that's the amount of calories you're going to eat every single day. So once you got that number down, Now you're gonna download an app called MyFitnessPal. This is the app that I use to track all my calories, and it's super easy. It's very easy to use, super quick and simple. So download that app and you simply log the food you eat. So for example, in the morning, if you have some oats with some banana, maybe some peanut butter, protein powder, you simply weigh the banana, get the weight, and then you log it on your app. You type in banana, you put the grammage in, and you log it. And then it's going to tell you how much calories is in that banana, how much calories is in the jungle oats that you're having. So if you want a video of me going in more detail about how to track your calories, if you want like a full tutorial, just let me know in the comments and I can make a video about that. But that's basically all you do. And then no matter whatever you eat, you weigh the grammage or you look at the back on the packaging to see the nutritional value and you log that onto the app, and then it's basically going to keep track of all the calories that are going into your body. And then you just got to make sure not to overeat based on your TDEE level that you calculated using the link in the description. So, should you track your calories? Based on what I said, I'm sure you can agree that tracking your calories is super powerful and can get you results on your weight loss journey. And I highly recommend it for anyone that's starting their weight loss journey or just wants to see results with losing weight. But the question is, should you actually track your calories? And it all comes down to you as a person based on how busy you are, what you prefer doing, and what works for you. However, even if you don't want to track your calories, I highly recommend that you do it for at least 1 to 2 weeks. Just so that, as I mentioned earlier in the video, you get a good idea of how much calories are in certain foods so that you know you're not unintentionally overeating and eating more than your body needs. But aside from that, if you want to see good results quickly, I highly recommend you definitely track your calories. Now, tracking calories is not necessary to lose weight, guys. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this is the only way to lose weight. This is just one method that you can use to see results on your weight loss journey. You don't have to do it, but it's highly recommended because you're just in complete control of all the food that's going into your body. There's no guesswork. It's not about thinking, oh, am I gonna overeat now, or am I full, am I hungry? Like when you track your calories, although you might feel like you overate, but if you look on your MyFitnessPal app and it says that you still have 300 calories to eat, then you're like, okay, I can still eat some, maybe like something you enjoy eating. But if you weren't tracking your calories and you're feeling full, you could potentially not eat. And I know that's better because you're still going to lose weight, but it basically just gives you so much more control about throughout your weight loss journey. So I highly recommend it for anyone that wants to lose weight. However, if you're someone that is just completely against tracking your calories, I want you to know that it's not necessary. You can still lose weight without tracking your calories. And if you're that type of person, first of all, as I said, do it for a week or 2 weeks, just so that you know the amount of calories that are in the foods you eat. However, if you really can't do it, I'm going to give you 3 tips that you can follow to lose weight without tracking your calories. The first tip is to just simply be more active. Most of us are overweight. Well, for the people that are overweight, it's mostly because you're not really active. Like most of us work from home these days. We have like an office job. We sit the whole day. We barely move. So just by simply incorporating physical activity into your lifestyle, it's going to help you lose weight, right? So, and it doesn't have to be serious, guys. I get that we are very busy these days. I'm not saying go spend 2 hours at the gym every single day. No. If you don't have time, start small. Slow progress is better than no progress. So stop waiting for the perfect time for you to get in shape. You can start right now, straight after this video. Do a 30-minute exercise routine, or just take a walk for 15 minutes. When you wake up every day, take a 15-minute walk. Just start moving more, and that's going to help you lose weight, because by moving more, you're going to be burning more calories, and it's going to help put you in a calorie deficit, which is what's needed to lose weight. So tip number 2 is to eat less food. Now, I know that may sound a bit hard on the ears for you to take in, because most of us, that I was fat once, so I like to eat, which is why I was fat. So I know it may be hard to consider doing that, but as I say, it doesn't have to be drastic changes. When I say eat less, I'm not saying starve yourself. I'm not saying eat one meal a day and not eat any like fun foods. You know, if you eat 4 meals a day or 3 meals a day, try cut out one meal, right? And then instead of eating 3 meals, eat 2 meals a day, or simply skip breakfast, right? Because by decreasing your food intake, you're going to be consuming less calories, and that's going to put you in a calorie deficit, hopefully. See, you never know for sure if you're not tracking your calories or you're not seeing the weight go down on the scale, right? And the third tip I have for you to lose weight without tracking your calories is to eat more whole, natural foods. So what I mean by that is by eating stuff that grows from the earth. So basically cutting out processed foods or junk foods, or even not cutting them out. You could just eat less of the processed foods or junk foods, because you all know, like, whether you know this or not, when you eat processed food or junk food, you can eat like a whole packet of chips and then 30 minutes later you're not even hungry, but that whole packet of chips is like 300-400 calories which is extremely high. But if you swap that with a natural whole food meal, like chicken, rice, you know, something from the earth that's not processed, and junk food, that's going to fill you much more than eating junk food. So you're going to stay full throughout the day, especially if you prioritize protein. So yeah, those are 3 tips that you can follow to lose weight without tracking your calories. So yeah, as I said, to wrap up this video, tracking calories is a huge thing that you can implement in your weight loss journey that's going to basically guarantee that you lose weight. And just another pro tip I have for you: if you start tracking your calories and for some reason you're not losing weight, it only comes down to 2 reasons. The first reason is that you're not tracking your food accurately. Basically, that could mean you're simply not logging all the food you're eating, or you're not logging the food correctly. So firstly, you got to make sure that you're doing that properly. Secondly, if you're not losing weight, it means that you're not in a calorie deficit. So if that happens, you start tracking your food, you're not seeing results, I would recommend decreasing your calories by 100 to 200 calories, and then see how the next week goes. And then you should see the weight coming off. So it's not a hit or miss thing. You can always make adjustments and then move accordingly to that. So yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Oh, and by the way, if you're someone that's struggling to lose weight or just need some help, I can help you lose at least 30 pounds in the next 90 days, guaranteed, without restrictive diets or spending countless hours at the gym. So if you need some help, just click the first link in the description and you can book a free discovery call with me, and I can help you get to your goals. Aside from that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment if you did, and if you have any other future video ideas for me, leave a comment and then I can perhaps make those in the future. Also, if you made it this far, thank you for sticking through to the end. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't, so that you can see more engaging content that keeps you right to the end. Have a blessed day. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon with another video. I'm out.